When me
That's right, man. Retro Thursdays. Y'all remember them rhythms, yeah? Just imagine, take yourself back to the early 90s, mid 90s, when these rhythms were hot. Just think about where you were, what you were doing at that time. And I could almost guarantee you're going to put a smile on your face and it was nothing but niceness. Like, you mean? Gotta be one of the best era for music of all times. So that's why I decided, it's Retro Thursdays and we decided to drop a brand new retro kind of vibe this morning. I tell you, you see the names on these tracks. The rhythm is called the Pressure Gauge Rhythm, and I believe that name Pressure Gauge takes me, when I hear Pressure Gauge, it takes me back to the 90s. Yeah. Keep it locked to Hits 92.1, 91.1, the Maximum Music Authority. We're going to drop some brand new tunes in just a few minutes. Well, guess what? Let's beat out a few of the old ones, huh? Just about 10 minutes past the hour for 10 o'clock in St. Lucia and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Yeah, man, we are waiting for it. Eh? I know you guys waiting for it.
check, and everything done correct.
Sweet and sexy, full of flesh.
Check, and everything done correct. Check, and everything done correct. Check, and everything done correct. Check, and everything done correct.
That's right.
Check, and everything.
Y'all hear the incoming, right? The check. It's called the Pressure Gauge Rhythm, brand new rhythm solution.
Check.
Get used to this one. I'm gonna bring it in one time.
Check, and everything done correct. 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 Wicked in the production, and shut down. Wicked in the bed. Zappa, tell the girl, tell me wicked in the bed and can work the girl. Check, and everything done correct. Wicked in the production, and shut down. Zappa, tell the girl, tell me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed, 'cause I always set the trend. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed, 'cause I always set the trend. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed, 'cause I always set the trend. Wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed, 'cause I always set the trend. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in the bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in the bed, 'cause I always done correct. Wicked in the bed, the girl and shut down. Fire motion, Zappa, tell the girl, tell me wicked in the bed and can work the girl.
Now when y'all see I do a mashup before I even introduce the artist, you know the tune bad. When I do a mashup before I even touch the artist and the name of the song and everything else, you know it mad. This is a DJ special right here, I believe that. Oh gosh, we gotta welcome the entire crew in the building. We got Mecca, we got Ashton, we got Kakal. Watch this rhythm, people, it off the chain. It takes him back about 2 decades. And you see when I go back there in terms of music, I just go mad. That's why I get the name Asylum. Yeah. Ashton, welcome to Hitz. I always say welcome to St. Lucia, you know? Because you know I get in a Jamaican kind of vibe on that. Let me see if I like it. Your mic's on it. Yeah, that's good. Touch the mic there for me. No, you got to. Hey. Welcome to these guys this morning. That's my fault. You see how the rhythm have me there? They already the rhythm.
Well, I just want to say pleasant good morning to all the listening audiences and all those viewing via Facebook. It's the Pressure Gauge introduction, and you don't know we're here.
Wow, yeah. The track. Right off the bat, I mean, you go into the first few lines of the track, and I feel like I want to stay there. You know, it just creates that bubble.
The vibe, yeah.
You know. Yeah. Tell me about the track. I mean, did you write the song yourself? You know, give me the whole experience about getting this product to where it is now.
Yeah, well, the rhythm is called a Pressure Gauge Rhythm from Cedar Productions, and of course, big up Soaking Media as well in terms of the publishing and different aspects of it. So this rhythm was built down Viewfort, Cedar Production Studios. Like I mentioned, I built the rhythm, and I got a number of the quality guys to come on there. Guys like Kakal. We also have Freezy, Shep Dog, Treacher, just name it. You have a good bit, a good crew. Army guy, big ups. Same way. Yeah. So I wrote the track from start to finish. I also mastered it as well as all the rest of the tracks on the rhythm, except one of them, which was Freezy. Got his mixing and mastering done elsewhere. All the tracks were done Cedar Productions, and here we are today with the promotion.
Man, I got a hats off to Cedar Productions for this, man. This one, it's been a while we've seen a rhythm that takes you back, especially people like me. I mean, we know we're old, you know, so we have to hold on to the past. You know what I mean? Because the more of the past we let go, is the closer we get to that, you know, that 6 feet under. So whenever I hear a rhythm because the 90s definitely one of my favorite era for music, and whenever I hear a rhythm that takes me there, I automatically just gravitate towards it. You know, I can't wait to hear the other tracks on on the rhythm, you know.
Yeah, well, I think it's the bass line in terms of the old school bass line, because there was a deliberate effort to bring back the old school bass line.
Right.
Because what we are trying to do is to try to create like a new sound in terms of, we don't want the rhythm to sound too much like the Jamaican.
Right.
So we want to give it the element of the music that is already out there. For instance, you realize that it's the Denry segment dominating over the airwaves.
Right.
So there's a little tack sound you hear from the snares. Which
The drums, right.
As well as get an old school bass line to create a different sound. Now, whilst we're in the studio, just vibes in and thing, Mecca, we came up with a general idea about, about generalizing the music and giving it a name, and the guys came up with something like Slew Them in terms of St. Lucian's Them.
Right.
That was one of the concept we wanted to get people to embrace to as we come up with a new genre to define our dancehall, because there's Trinidad, there's
right.
Jamaican dancehall.
Right.
So we want to say what we have. So we wanted to give it that.
Green fig and backs. Yeah, man, and I applaud that. I definitely applaud that, because we have to create our own identity where the music is concerned. And I'm glad that the guys in the Denver segment have gone ahead and done that. Apart from that, we Denver segment, you can comfortably say it's the newest genre that's been created in our hemisphere. You know what I mean? So I would love to see that we're able to think about that and use that idea of creating our own, and start crafting music or directing our music in that direction. Yeah, so hats off to you and the crew. Mecca, oh God, man, you're always doing things, you know what I mean? So we'll get to you in a second, though.
We also realized that that the Denver segment basically was doing a lot of like soca. If you realize it generally soca. So we said, what happening to the dancehall? So we try not specialize basically on the dancehall.
Have we come up with a name yet?
So we're looking at Slew Them.
St. Lucian's
Them. We're hoping like DJs like you could come on board and
Yeah, we're always ready. We're always ready to anytime it has anything to do with music, we're there. I mean, just reach out to us and let us know what's going on, what you want. And we have some talented young DJs here who would, when they get that rhythm today, I tell you, you're getting airplay like mad from here on.
So from the plates, they need new stuff. We willing to work with that connection.
All right.
I also want to let people know that also this is the second rhythm release of the year. We also had one earlier in the year towards latter December. Right. 2020 release called the Southpaw Rhythm. I don't know if you come across.
Yeah.
There was a lyrical battle on it with Ali Cat and so that was our work as well. That's Cedar Production. I guess we didn't get to come here and release it.
It ain't too late, eh?
so we'll let them know this is the second one, and we have another one that is getting ready for production.
So you're in full gear, man. You're in full production, full speed ahead.
Full armor suit. That's why we came with Kakal for this.
Don't let the ladies know Kakal in the building. Again, we're gonna get to all the music. Again, we're just trying to get a feel as to the idea behind the vibe and all that, and where we're going with it. The names on the rhythm, in terms of the artists, I see some big names. You have Army Guy, Freezy, Prosper, Shep Dog. Like these are names that a household, they recognize. As soon as they see them there, people recognize who they are. Anything in the works for like the newcomers, the younger guys? I mean, there's a little fella I released a track the other day. What's his name? But he's from Grosley. He has that flavor that fit right on that rhythm. I'll get his name to you. All right. There's a lot of, and I always tell people that St. Lucia is probably one of the most talented countries that I've been to. For a country this size, we have so much talent here. And it's good to see that people are recognizing now more and more, because before it was like, hey, as you're on the side of the street singing your songs, you're trying to get your friends them to play music, it's not so anymore.
Yeah, we don't want to stereotype. So what we do is any artist that is interested and willing to work. So there's a lot of artists interested but not willing to work. Right. Guys to come to an interview and guys don't show up.
Right.
Guys send you,
because that's an integral part of the business. You got to market. Market is everything. You know what I mean?
So you mentioned the new artist. So if you have a new artist and you say, well, and he's willing to work, he's more than welcome with us.
Right.
As long as he's willing to put in the work, we're fine with that.
It's all about the ethics. Yeah, that's good. All right, so let me drop your track, and I want to get you to introduce the track for me.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, man. Well, the track is called "Wicked in a Bed" by Ashton. So we'll just take a listen. Yeah.
Check. And everything done correct. Wicked in production. Ashton. Wicked in a bed. Zappa. Tell the girl, tell me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked Wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed, cause I will set the trend. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed, cause I will set the trend. Wicked in a bed, the girl them swarm me. Fire more shot than the British Army. Globally connect right to France and Mali, cause how we represent for the girl is family. When it come to the road, you know say you're not job. The girl them tell me say we are the lucky expert. Body a rise faster than shutter burst, cause how we make Antoinette start lift up her skirt. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed, cause how we set the trend. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed, cause how we set. Some boys say them wicked in a bed, tell them from since when. Lie them a tell no girl no rate them. See them a girl is not know them boy a soft candle, the girl them want a big Ben. Jennifer say she run left Ken. The boy him can't work and him just a pretend. Last for 1 second and him can't go again. So she dash with the boy like a big in a pen. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed, cause how we set the trend. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed, cause how we set the trend. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a, say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a, say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a, say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Check, and everything done correct. Check, and everything.
That's right, that's wicked in our bed, the man.
Check.
Asher Dan, brand new track on the Pressure Gauge Rhythm. Make sure you check it out.
Check.
So where we finding the track right now? I mean, it's already out on all social platforms, all streaming platforms.
And everything done correct. Check. And
go ahead.
everything done correct.
Yeah, well, you can find the track on all the digital platforms, iTunes, Spotify.
Right.
You can get it on these. It's available on YouTube, Facebook. Anyway, you could stream music. It's
already out there. Where can we follow you though? I mean, where can we follow your movement?
Me on Facebook, you could get me. Instagram, you could follow me on my webpage, ashadan.com. So
ashadan.com.
ASCHADN. A lot of people get the spelling mistaken. So
all right.
ASCHADN. So if you type Ashadan, you should be able to get it.
You should get it right. Anything else you want to get out? I mean, I know you guys working on some new material and stuff like that, but as far as the rhythm goes, just go out, support the vibe, you know,
and we want to tell people just look out for the music video that's coming up soon. So maybe before the end of next month, you should be seeing the video.
All right, so we'll come back and drop the video live.
So we come here, Hitz FM, we don't know we're there again, dropping it off.
Yeah, I know that, right? And we want to see some old school girls in that, you know. Kaka say, yeah, boy, thumbs up.
Well, we can't give out too much.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah.
All right, so there's quite a few tracks on the rhythm. So let me get to the other artists. We'll get back to you, and then we'll talk a bit more. All right.
Check, and everything done correct. Check, and everything done correct. Check, and everything done correct. Wicked in a production, and shut down. Wicked in a bed, Zappa. Tell the girl, say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed, cause how we set the trend. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Say me wicked in a bed and can work the girl them. Wicked in a bed, cause how we set the trend. Wicked in a bed, the girl them swarm me. Fire more shot than the British Army. Globally connect right to France and Mali. Cause how we are represented, the girl is from. They want me act like police boy blue. You say you're not job. The girl is from crew. They want me act like police boy blue. Yo pakatan, say yo give me gun. Yo pakatan, si tet yo wed me do tet yo kay fan. Yo pakatan, ka fe bagay sto kouye ko yo bad man. Yo pakatan, ale match l'audience yo kay mouté desan. Simon commit a crime and him fail. Police catch him with a gun, so they send him to jail. He bawling for his mother. He send the bail. She tell him badness out of silence still. Yeah, man, they want me.
That's right, man. That's the man calling the building.
Yo pakatan,
Yo pakatan, say yo kiddy gun. Yo pakatan, cafe bagay show kuye ko yo bad man. Yo pakatan, cafe bagay show kuye ko yo bad man. Yo pakatan, ale ma slow dance yo kay mute desan. Simon commit a crime and him fail. Police catch him with a gun so they send him to jail. He ball it for his mama, please send the bill. Out of style and still. The man used to make gunshot fall like hail. Every day he had stolen goods and sale. Kakal investigate, Kakal don't get the trail. Now we in a borderless smelling a man shit pill. Yo pakatan, say yo kiddy gun. Yo pakatan, see take your head, me do take your kai fan. Yo pakatan, cafe bagay show kuye ko yo bad man. Yo pakatan, ale mash no yes yo kai mute this. Better to all bad boy, tell them uphold the peace. Abide by the law and respect the police. Yo the yo bad boy, yo the yo terrorist. Ekle kuyo from Kakuye Mary Francis. Si uni ratata, pakate fizi. Mene otwe me do, mene vidi. We want peace in the community. That's why Kakala call for the gun amnesty. Me, yo pakata. Asylum in here.
That's right, man. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, Kakal. It mash up. It set off.
Morning, St. Lucia. You don't
Man, it seems like you guys had a lot of fun working on this whole rhythm, man. So tell me, give me a little bit about the experience, the whole vibe, yeah?
First of all, I want to big up my fan base. Big up St. Lucia. Big up Toronto. Big up the US, big up the Caribbean chain, big up the UK, all my fans, big up, enough niceness, enough love. And let's go down to St. Lucia itself. I'm talking from the tip of Mula Sheikh to the head of Cap Estate. I want to big up all my fans in Lucia. I love you to the tip.
You forget Rat Island too, eh? Man, I mean, seems so far it seems that you guys had a wicked time, putting this whole album together, this whole rhythm together. Any one particular memory while recording or producing?
You brought up something. You said about the 90s, the music of the 90s, and that rhythm brought you back to the 90s. I could clearly recall there was enough niceness. You go to a session, it's only about dancing. I was not that old at the time. I used to go to something called Sunday school.
Don't lie to the people.
Sunday school. We used to go to the Sunday school. If you have to go back to the 90s, you have to think of almost like, let's say, a good almost 30 years of my age. Right?
Yeah.
So I was not that old. I used to go to the Sunday school. You understand? And let me tell you something. When you had the cutty ranks and them fellas jumping in the dance hall, it's enough niceness. You understand? And this track in itself we tried to put in such a way so positiveness could come out, letting the youths know that there are two facades to just violence and gun violence in the country, and because we saw it was on a rise.
Right.
And we came with the idea to try to show them there are two facades. You only see the guys passing in the nice rides and you're hearing that on news that something happened, that. You all see the nice part.
Right.
But do you see behind the scenes what happened when they are caught by the police? And to me, it was something what we wanted to do, to let the youths out there at the schools from a tender age know that is not what they see. It's not all that glitter is gold. You understand? And we wanted to send out a positive message. So even with that rhythm itself, the pressure gauge rhythm, big up Cedar Productions. Myself, I had an idea where I should talk to the veteran himself, Ali Cat. Right, Alan Colimo. So I told him, brother, what about if we do a track together? Where I contact you as a police officer, and then you bring your crew forward and let them people know it's not everybody in the ghetto that does commit crime,
Right.
There are some fellas that do their thing and run to the ghetto. Now, you all fellas from the ghetto need to take them fellas and bring them fellas to the station.
Well, that's what
you
it is.
The
message in the music,
man. Exactly, because they messed it up the entire country. You understand?
Right.
I mean, come on. We need to stand up. There's a time where we need to stand up against this kind of behaviors. You understand?
And I'm especially excited because I believe that the older heads need to send a message to the youths coming up behind us too. Even in the music. So always stay positive. Always make sure there's a message in your music, and I think that's missing today, especially in Denry segment. We love the vibe and thing, but we still want to see some positive message being conveyed.
So that was the difference. Now what I am always telling persons they need to work on themselves and look at the reality out there, because sometimes we might say we're looking at class or we're looking at position. Let me tell you something, brother. It's not because somebody has position that they're not corrupt, you know, or they're not doing the right thing to society. So within us as artists, we have that platform where we could create positive change in the society. And what do we do? Do you understand? So I feel as a law enforcer, still doing my music on the side, this is the way I could get out there to the youths and tell them, man, our beautiful country is going down to the ruins if we do not change it around. And
I especially like the fact that you decide to marry your career with your love.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you being an officer and an artist, you bring the two together to use them as a...
Well, Asylum, every day I face it, the harsh reality.
Yeah.
Sometimes you pick up a young man for doing something and the young man don't even know what he was doing.
Right.
You understand? Right. Where are the other supportive leg of the legislation that would assist in making these youths turn out to be positive? We're looking at social services. We're looking at, it's just always the police you hear that do something that good.
Right.
But where are the other stakeholders to support in making that society what it's supposed to be? You understand? So I decide on my own as a police officer, whatever I can do, I will do. As an artist, whatever I can do, I will do. Right. You understand? And I want the youth to know, you said something that really touched me a while ago. We have a lot of talent in St. Lucia.
Very, very talented.
How do we harvest that talent? What platform do we create for these talented youths to come from one level to the other? Right. Look at Jamaica. A lot of persons in Jamaica who are millionaires and making it big out there is through the music that they reach where they reach. Sports and music.
Right.
And I believe that we as a nation, we are not exploring that. We're not exploring that, and we're not creating the platform that we need to create for these youths. Right there. So they could find out, hey boy, instead of sitting on the block there, somebody said us they're on the block and they're rapping so well. We'll go to the block and take them and say, hey brother, this is the way to create your craft. Some of the young girls, they dance so well. And I could see them on a BT on how many Vivo videos and things, you understand?
Right.
So I'm saying we need this kind of platform. Too much talent down here is going wasted. And I want to big up Cedar Productions for recognizing that. So King Media's also King Cutter, you don't know. These guys are working hard at that, and I believe we have the same vision in getting out there, getting the people, and then bringing them to the.
You know, one of the things I've always been an advocate for is the youth. You know, I always try to create opportunities whenever I can, and you know, it really strengthens me when I see other people doing the same, because I believe that the youths are the future. And if you don't take care of what's behind you, there's gonna come a point when that's gonna be in the forefront with nothing at all, no care, no structure, no nothing. So we have to structure, we have to take care of them.
Yes, so right, Asylum.
You know, I always, these doors are always open to the youths, no matter what it is. Even if it's just advice, there's a lot of youths who come here. Sometimes they sit and talk. We talk for hours and give them advice. You know, if an artist comes in or a young artist comes in and I see, well, you know, maybe you need a little guidance here or there, I give you that, because you know, I believe there's gonna come a point when I am gonna be obsolete.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? There's gonna come a point when I am gonna need to sit back and watch somebody who I've helped along the way take the reins.
Exactly.
And I'm glad to see that you guys are doing that also. It strengthens me, and you know, I'm gonna pledge our allegiance today. You know, see the house. Of course, anything you want when it comes to getting your music out there. Of course, we there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I want people to know it has nothing to do with any kind of governmental support, because sometimes that's where the mix goes wrong. You understand? Because by the time you go down to government, even assistance, then it goes down to party, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
We want no caller. We don't want to be caller blind. We don't none of the kind of thing. We want to just assist.
It's natural
and
love.
it's just love for the people. You understand? We want no kind of hype, them kind of party something, and then people trying to defame your character and all kind of things. So we don't want them kind of thing.
All right.
It's just enough niceness.
It's all about love and the vision to move forward and to build, and that's what it's all about. You know, again, I stress this all the time. We are one of the most talented countries in the Caribbean. A small country our size, I don't think there's anyone else could beat us. You know, we ain't gonna class Jamaica because they already and Trinidad, they have their thing going. But for all the other islands, especially the OECS, I think we are on top, and we need to stay there. One of the things I do realize is that we need to structure the thing properly.
Yes,
it's getting there. It is. Just imagine, Mecca, you'll be testimony to that. 3 years ago, then segment only certain stations used to play them. Now it's uncommon to hear a little segment going on the wave. you know what I mean? Like we're getting places, and I hope the youths are listening right now, because it's important that you put yourself in a position to get on board now that it's starting to move and take shape.
I really want to send a message out to the youths. If you believe that you have a talent out there and you believe that it's been suppressed, there are persons that will help you. You walk to the studios. Because let me tell you something. I've been following a lot of persons, probably like you could Google KFC, you could Google a couple of persons who had it really hard in life. And they never thought they would have reached to the peaks that they're at now. You need to knock on doors. One day, one door will open. Knock on doors. Go to people. Ask for assistance. Let me tell you. If I have to start with myself, the way I started singing, and I have traveled the world entertaining, singing. I told you that I met you in Toronto. Yeah. That's about almost like 12 years ago I met you in Toronto. And I'm saying to you, my ticket is always paid for. I'm at a hotel. I'm getting the vibe of an artist, right? And when it all started off with a Police Calypso show that I presented myself in. Get yourself into the little platforms. They don't have much, but try to fit yourself in there. Expose yourself. You understand? When you come in, you come good. Definitely. You understand? And get some assistance. People will want to help you. Go get some help. You understand?
And, also too, there's a lot of communities that are known for being creative. Appealing to the elders in those communities, especially the people who have the little shops and stuff. Get the youths them together on a Friday night and do like a little jam session. Let the vibes up and enjoy themselves. For you, it's free entertainment for you, but the youths are growing. They're honing their craft.
Of course.
And who knows who might pass through and say, "Hey boy, that nice little vibe going on that the youths."
Asylum. I have sometimes I speak and probably get myself in problems all the time when I speak. I believe that most of the adults, the youths, they are not being assisted enough, but yet they turn back and they criticize the youths. Right? True. Create the platforms, as you were saying, for the youths them. Because at the end of the day, I see there's a lot of intellectual dishonesty happening around. Everybody have a degree, everybody have a master's, everybody have a doctorate down here. But to me, I'm seeing some of the things, the basic things that we need to change around.
It's not happening.
And it's not happening. So what you're telling me, it's all about them finance you went to get that degree? When you have that knowledge that God has entrusted you with and you do not pass it on, what do you tell him on the hour of your death?
Well, that's the thing.
What do you tell him? So you think I'll be selfish and tell him, you that come to me and tell me, Kakal, I need some advice as to how to move from one level to the other with my music and that and that. I will give him a listening ear. I'll give him some time. You understand? Come from one level to the other. I will give him that time. So I want to appeal to these people who have it. Sit down with one. Be a big brother at least to one youth. Especially if you see they try to go astray. Be a big brother to one of the youth.
The reward that comes from watching somebody who you help along doing good. That is almost like, sometimes. Now,
I want to big up my big brother here. Wally, it happened to me. Wally assisted me in my tracks, my earlier days, putting my things together, and every time I had an idea, I would go to him and stuff, and then we would work it out. You understand? I'm a big brother to this guy. What's his name? Spoiler. Who have won several competitions in the intercommercial. I write for him. We make music together, and then he's going through. So you have to help somebody along the way.
Of course.
You understand?
Of course. All right. Let me get to the track again. Get to some of the other tracks on the rhythm. Just the entire vibe, and I can see that this rhythm was put together with a lot of love and a lot of wanting to see better changes happen. Of course. This rhythm definitely will go far. I can almost feel it right off the bat. You know what I mean? And folks, we're appealing to you. Go out and support the vibe. I want to hear this on all the buses. Of course. All the buses just get the thing and download the track, whatever, and play it. Let people hear it, because the message in the music.
I want to let everybody in St. Lucia right now who are listening go on YouTube and type in the Pressure Gauge Rhythm. You see several of them popping up. Go, like, comment. Those you like, comment on them. In fact, like all of them, because I'll tell you what happens now. When DJs come and they go on the internet, they're looking at likes. Right? So you are actually contributing towards the growth and development of your music, St. Lucia music, when you like. So go down there, like all the tracks, like Ashadan, like Prosper, like Kaka, like anybody, Army Guy, anybody, just like them up.
Kakal, I'm gonna do a little mashup with the rhythm there right
As
now.
I love, you're a madman, you know.
Of course.
You're a madman. I suspect you get that name.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hitz FM.
Yeah, man.
91. 92.1 and also 91.1.
In the south,
Boom, boom,
so
boom.
we'll mash up the rhythm for them, yeah.
They want me act like police boy blue. Yeah, massive and crew. They want me act like police boy blue. What the heck them a gonna do? What the heck them a gonna do? Yo Pakatan, yo Pakatan, yo Pakatan, say yo give me gun. Yo Pakatan, see tap your head, me do tap your kaifan. Yo Pakatan, kafe bagay shoku ye ko yo bad man. Yo Pakatan, ale mash no yes yo kai mute desan. Simon commit a crime and him fail. Police catch him with a gun, so they send him to jail. He bally to his mama, he send the bail. She tell him badness out of style and still. The man used to make gunshot fall like hail. Every day he had stolen goods on sale. Kakal investigate, Kaka then get the trail. Now we in a bottle, smell in a man shit bill. Yo Pakatan, say yo give me gun. Yo Pakatan, see tap your head, me do tap your kaifan. Yo Pakatan, kafe bagay shoku ye ko yo bad man. Yo Pakatan, ale mash no yes yo kai mute desan. Message to all bad boy, tell them uphold the peace. Abide by the law and respect the police. Yo di yo bad boy, yo di yo terrorist. Ekla ku yo fanka ku ye Mary Francis. Si uni ratata ne pakate fizi. Mene yo twe me do mene vini. We want peace in the community. That's why Kakala call for the gun amnesty. Yo Pakatan, say yo give me gun. Yo Pakatan, see tap your head, me do tap your kaifan. Yo Pakatan, kafe bagay shoku ye ko yo bad man. Yo Pakatan, ale mash no yes yo kai mute desan. To all the youths them who own the degree in ganology, let's throw it away and think positively.
You're not posting me for Woman Crush Wednesday.
I'm a guy never shy. You look pretty on a Monday.
That's the Army Guy on the pressure gauge rhythm right here in Hitz FM 92.1 and 91.1. We got about 17 minutes on to the hour for 11 o'clock. At 11 we join UTV for mornings with Trisha Lionel. But in the meantime, it's all about the pressure gauge rhythm right here in Hitz FM. Let me do this.
Wednesday. I hope my wifey do get vexed and send all kind of hurtful text. Cause I'm a man, I don't take disrespect. Never. Keep that thing cause I on to the next. In my band playing Stushan Road. Your whole session is Flashback Friday. And if you come with a stink attitude, you get imposed for Throwback Thursday. You look pretty on a Monday.
What ass is this, Army Guy? You not posting me for Woman Crush Wednesday?
I'm a guy never shy. You look pretty on a Monday. You look pretty on a Tuesday. Matter of fact, you look better on a Wednesday. Hold my glass, it is Woman Crush Wednesday. You look pretty on a Monday. You look pretty on a Tuesday. Matter of fact, you look better on a Wednesday. You get imposed for Woman Crush Wednesday. I hope my wifey do get vexed and send all kind of hurtful text. Cause I'm a man, I don't take disrespect. Never. Keep that thing cause I on to the next. In my band playing Stushan